Welcome to the DoubleEShow. Bad strategy, horribly simulated. What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Banished Wednesday with Colonial Charter 1.76, Discrepancies DS mods, and a couple of other little mods. So, when we left off last time, we were working over in the business area of the suburbs. We had done dairy work and whatnot, and we're going to continue over in the suburb area. I did some work offline. I took out this orchard because it wasn't producing. It was just there, but it wasn't producing. This orchard is producing plums, and we do have something set up for that, and I'll show you in a second. But I put this orchard back in, and it hasn't grown to full maturity yet. And then coming over this way, we had the milking barn, and the milking barn has been producing milk and leather, which is excellent, because this also produces milk, and this one produces milk and leather and beef. So because I made this small pasture over here, they were able to start producing the beef faster, and then this one here will have to populate. But in the interim, it's making plenty of milk. Now that milk is important because over here, for our dairy workers, they're taking milk and they're making cream, cheese, and butter. Where else we got? We got the dairy parlor, which is making butter, cheese, and cream. You get what I'm saying, right? So we've got the storage in and up and running. As you might have peeked off in the corner here, I did put in a precious mine, 3 workers. I put in a melting house that's making silver fennegs, okay, and gold gilders, and then I've got a gem cutter which will take any polished stones that come out of the mine, if any come out of the mine, and turn them into or take any rough gemstones and turn them into polished gems. I put in a coal mine because these guys need furnace fuel. So then I took this furnace fuel maker, small fuel refinery, and he's making furnace fuel from coal. And so they're going to take the furnace fuel. I clicked on a person. They're going to take the furnace fuel and the silver ore and make silver fennegs. Now, I've got some storage over here for that. General warehouse, and a fuel storage, but it doesn't seem to be storing this fuel in there. And also I'm having them build a wall around it. So we're going to come over here to the trading docks. And I'm going to come in here real quick first of all and go to inventory. I'm going to look up gold gilders. So that's a G. So I've got 4 gold gilders. And then come down to S and look at silver fennegs 10. This guy, I put silver fennegs in. It's got 30 and 16. And I think I set it up for gold gilders to be 50. And silver fennegs down here to be 50. And this guy here doesn't do, or when I looked, doesn't, he does now. Okay, so we can, he didn't when the trader was in. So there's gold gilder, 50. Silver fennegs, 50. Okay, that's good to go there. And I come to this trader, and he is trading logs, reeds, roots, pearls, building supplies, iron fittings, which we're out of because he's making wagon parts. Let's see how many wagon parts we have. We have 229 wagon parts. Let's go back to iron fittings. And we'll have them make the iron fittings with coal. Since we're now producing coal, and we happen to have coal 60. Right on. So wagon parts 50, and we have how many? 229. So I'm going to go wagon parts. Let's go down here. We're going to go to 100 wagon parts. So back that off. 100 wagon parts. Go back to trade. Alright, that'll give us 1,800. We got bone meal. Feathers. I'm gonna take the feathers out. Because we can use that to make bedding. And I'm going to show you what's going on with that in a moment. So EFG, feathers, fishing gear. Got 250 fishing gear slated to go in, but I've got 0 fishing gear. Does this guy make fishing gear? He does. So this workshop here can make fishing gear. I need to... Well, fishing gear is only worth 3. I think I might... I'm going to come into inventory. Fishing gear. I'm going to take fishing gear out. Because I don't have any fishing gear. So I'm taking fishing gear out. And then we've got... homewares 15... building supplies 15, and rugs. How many rugs do I have slated to go in here? 50. Yeah, I could keep it at 50. Because I've got one of these places that was making rugs. But if I go in here, roots, rugs, 50 desired. I have none. I'll take them out. Right? Does that simplify the list a little bit? It does. Okay. So he's going to make iron fittings. I'm going to keep him... over here. And I just want to look. Iron ore, iron fittings. Okay. So, we've got that set up. Now, coming over this way... Right, as I said, we got some stuff working here. I put in a hardwood forester. And then I have a furniture maker over here who's going to make fancy furniture from hardwood. So instead of me having to buy fancy furniture or fancy homewares, I can now make them. In fact, let me check here. I'm going to come into resource production, luxuries production, tools and forge, construction, building supplier, homeware supplier. R. So he won't fit in there. And he can't fit there. Okay. I could have him right on the edge over here. Just let me double check, because it might be another place where I can plop them. So I've got another edibles market and a small market covering the same area, which is absolutely fine, because there's a lot of people over here. Coming down this way. And then in here, I've got the one-room schoolhouse. I've got colonial houses going in. And then coming over this way, I build, or am building, the old town market. But if I come in here, this is all slated. If I go homeware supplier, could right between these two trees, I would have to take out 2 sections of the road. So if I come into road, like so, unpause, let them work on that. Let's go to speed, times 5. Okay, back to what I was doing. It's starting to get a little choppy, just a little bit. I've got more housing, more residential housing put in, as you can see. And then I flattened this little island here, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But I liked the idea of having sort of like a dock fishing type setup. I think I might come in here too. And if I come right off of that, there we go. Okay. That squares that off. And I'm going to leave this area. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to come here. Come out 5. Oops, just 5. Like so. And then here is going to come out 4. Like so. Actually, let's take this out for a second. We're going to come out 4. Come in 4. 4. Yeah. Okay. Right on. It gives me square edges in which to put quayside stuff. 3. That's 4. Right. 4. And I must have backed it off 1 at the very end. Okay. And then 4. And then... Yep, that'll work. That'll work like that just fine. Okay, so I'm going to take these out. So I didn't actually have to have any workers come over here, because I just flattened areas that were flat tenable. Alright, but we're going to come in here with the quayside road, and it's going to continue up this way, right? I'm going to come, that's 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay. Well, excellent. Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you too. So, the bridge going across to Mount Vernon Plantation is a double covered bridge. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but we shall see. I got the trader, and they're bringing stone. You know what? We might buy some of that stone. So let's go 500. Would cost 3,500. Okay. If I go 10 of those and 10 of those, or no, wait a minute, 100 of those, excuse me. There we go. We just need to trade an additional 150, and that would be 75 of that. So trade. Okay, and we got firewood, iron tools. We're okay on tools. Fire bundles, rough tools, charcoal, healing broth. We're actually okay on stored medicine, so we will dismiss you. And there you go. That'll get us a little bit of extra stone, since we've been picking up off the ground and mining it. Oh yeah, I also bought some chickens. So I can get more feathers. That's what it was. So I wanted to come over here. Somewhere in here I have You are the city blacksmith. You, chandlery, you. There we go. You're making rugs from wool. Now, I'm building another weaver. So if I pause, let us go to the location of that weaver. And that weaver is right there. So I want to come in and I want to clear out the trees from around this weaver. There we go. Because this weaver, so this one here is doing rugs. This weaver, let's bring it down, is going to do cloth from cotton. Okay. I'm going to put 2 in there. 1, 2. This weaver is going to continue doing the rugs from wool, from the sheep wool. Coming back over here. You are small tavern, yes. You are the winery. You're making wine from plums. So we now have an abundance of wine. Well, let's look in here. And wine, we've got 687. Let's come back to the map real quick. We're going to come over here. Shoreline. And if I were to go to trade, we've got iron tools for trade, which we can certainly take out. We can take out the marble statues. So let's go down here to marble statues because we don't have marble. We're not going to buy more. Okay. Wood statues. I don't have them making statues from wood because we're just going to stick with the stone statues. Okay. So that's stone statues, peacoats, rugs, silver fennigs, gold gilders, and I want to put in wine. So we're going to come in here to wine. We're going to put in 150 wine. Now, wine will trade for 8. Perfect. Right? That's excellent. So, get you out there. I'm going to come in here. We are going to take out marble statues and wood statues. So let's come down to JKLM. No marble statues. And no wood statues. Okay. We got you. You're going to do the wool coats you have, pea coats, iron tools, rugs, silver fennigs. Wait a minute. I just want to double check. Do I have rugs in here? I do not. Okay. So anyway, we're going to come back in here and whoops, and wine. We're going to put in 150. Right? So that'll give them 150, and that'll give them. I just want to make sure I made an equal amount here. Wine 150. And then we're going to come into this trading post here. And let's see, what can we take out? We're going to take out the building supplies. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take out the homewares. Where are you? HI, homewares. We're going to take you out. Okay, and we are going to put in, let's see, I put 300, so we're going to put in 300 wine, which would be 2,400. Yeah, we'll do 3 100 wine. Okay. And that should be plenty for them to trade on. Excellent. Now, coming back over this way. So that's my winery making wine. Now, it can also make wine from blackberries. And I was looking in here in my inventory, and I've got 19,000 blackberries. And if I come down this way to by name, HIJKLMNOP, I'm looking for plums, 926. And that's maxed out, huh? I might have to put in another winery. Preservist could do blackberries, glassware, and sugar, but I'm not making glassware at the moment, and I don't have a way to make sugar. So I could, if I wanted to, and I might just do it. I'm going to take this guy out. Let's unpause. Gosh, I'm going to hold him over there. And I want to... let's come in here to official buildings. Do the courthouse, governor's office, right? Gazebo. This was the bug standard town hall, right? Yeah. Community toolbar. Yeah. Not what I'm looking for. I would like, let's go into jetties and bridges. We're going to pause for a second. Come into light colored. Housing, storage markets, food production, resource production, services. So let's go jetty well, jetty school, which I like. That'd be a great little grammar school. But I'm already putting in the one-room schoolhouse. Okay. Jetty Chapel. No. Jetty Hospital. Yeah, that would look good over here. Jetty Food Market. Regular Jetty Market. Also have looked fine. The Merchant's Office. So the Merchant's Office, it definitely has to be on water. Unlike these, which you can build on land, the Merchant's Office has to be on water. Okay? But this acts as a like a town hall that can't do nomads. So if I were to get it in here, it was there a second ago. Okay, why are you fighting with me? There. Okay. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Let's try this again. Okay. So, I'm going to plop him up here. He's important. That gives us town hall stats over here instead of having to use the landing, the town arrival. Okay, so Old Market is in. We'll go over here and we'll take a peek at her. And she's going to have 4 vendors, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And what I'd like to do with the Old Town Market is we will do the mossy stone road. Go right through the center. On the back side, over to here. I want to come in here and take out this stretch of road. Okay, so this market will act like a market. It's what it does. Now, I want to come into here, in here, right here, homeware supplier. Rotate it this way, and that's going to go right there. Lumberyard, I can plop you back up there. Hardwood forester, you're doing your thing, so I don't need to keep you open. Jetty workshop, put you there. Put the homeware supplier there. Let's unpause. I keep pausing. I know, folks, it's old habit. It's so things don't get away from me. What are these guys waiting on? Just building? Yep, just waiting on building. Okay. So large colonial, Hoxie house. We're going to put in a couple more builders. The preservist is up there. Merchant's office, excellent. Oh yeah, I put in this urban storage barn just because I thought I had an interesting look for this particular section, and then I put in a couple of stockpiles. Yeah, seems to be working out there. Okay, so we're going to close this down. Now coming back over here, so I've got the city blacksmith. This is an edibles market. Yep. And that's manned by 1 person. Great job. I've got the edibles market over here. Oh no, that's a small market. That's got 2 people. Edibles market, 2 people. Okay, 1 room schoolhouse is right here. And this I'm actually keeping a small schoolhouse. So I'm just going to put a teacher in right there. And that way we have more room for students, and they're working on the stone walls there. That's excellent. So we're going to go large colonial, pause for a second because I want to see this trader right here. Excellent. We can unpause, click on there. What have you brought? Coffee seeds and tobacco leaf seeds. I need to look at my town arrival. Trade items. Do I have coffee or tobacco? I bought cotton. That's why we're going to get into the cotton plantations here in a second. Wheat, sheep, maple, cherry, plum, parsnips, pigs. No. Okay. Which one of these do I want to get right now? I would like to get coffee. So we're going to put 1. That's 31.25. I would like to do 100 wool coats. I would like to do 25 pea coats. That's 2,000. I would like to do my 9 stone statues, my 6 rugs, and I need to trade 495. So let's go 50. I need to do another 95. Another 95. That'd be 61. Must trade 7 additional. That's where the Pfennigs come in. 31.25. Trade. Dismiss. We now have coffee beans. Hoxie House is done. Alright, there you be. The Colonial is done. And that Colonial is done. Excellent. So, now that we have this done, let's come in here. I don't believe I could get the field stone wall in there. So I have to go with ghost field stone, like so. And I'm going to go with that one, like so. Rotate it around, like so. Okay, merchant's office is good to go. Got 312, we've got 102 homes, 119 families. So we're catching up there. Excellent, excellent. Now, the merchant's office cannot do nomads. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so homeware suppliers right there, but I want to come over here first. Yep. You're fine. You're fine just like that. Excellent. Pausing. Homeware suppliers. We're going to go, if we go fancy homewares, that's fancy furniture and silverware. Oh. Okay. You're going to be up here for the time being. I can't do anything with you just yet. I didn't realize it needed the silverware. Okay, back to the trading docks. Got you. Brought chickens. We're loaded up with chickens. So let's go to orders. We can take chickens out. We'll keep sheep, pigs, and the other ones in there. Okay, so I will dismiss. And then upgrade. Upgrade to a storage place. No. Okay, so keeping that where it is. Coming back over here. You cannot be worked just yet, but that is fine. Market's going in. They got rid of that road, so we're going to come in here. Mossy stone road, just like so, surrounding it. Very good. We got some homes with trees in the backyards. Looking for the other weaver. Now, you're the bedding maker. You can make bedding from feathers and cloth. That's a dairy. That's a bakery. That's a storage warehouse. Where did I put? Could have sworn. Tailoring company, hide coats from leather. Alright. Let's look at our inventory real quick. Do we have... shows we have coffee. Oh, that's because I bought coffee. Never mind. Okay. So, hide coats from leather, wool coats from wool. Do I have wool? I should, right? I got 30 wool. Okay, not really very much there. I don't have any warm coats. Survival coats are reeds and feathers. Full coats are made from cloth. Dress coats from linen. Pea coats from leather and wool. What am I doing on the leather part of it? 625. You know what? We're gonna go back to the pea coats for a while. Use up some of that wool. Okay, you're the chandlery. Here's my sheps right there. You're one of the weavers. You're making rugs. Seamstresses Guild. Dress coats, frock coats. Yeah, I'm going to leave that off. Okay, oh, there we go. Before we leave, I want to get the other winery in here. So let's go to Luxuries production. Tavern, local, inn and garden, coffee house, brewery, winery. Let's look at the brewery real quick too. So, if I rotate this, that would be the brewery. That's the winery. That's a distillery where grains and other organics are distilled and bottled into spirits. Finished products must be sold at an inn and garden, tavern, or still for consumption. So that would be a distillery, right? I can't get it there because of the hillside. But I could get it right there. All right, so let's look at the brewery. So if I come this way, it's 4 wide, and this is 6 wide. So right there, right there, that gives me a brewery. And that brewery, alcohol makes citizens happy. Created products must go to an inn and garden, tavern, or still for consumption. And we have a couple of those things. So I've got a little tavern. That's the bakery. That's making bread. I could make cheese bread with flour and cheese. Let's take a quick look. How much butter do we have? Butter 36, cheese 10. Okay, we'll stick with what we're making. Okay, but somewhere over here I put in a tavern. That would be this guy. And they're selling wine. And then I've got a chicken coop right here, which is producing, I believe, fertilizer, eggs, and chicken. Okay, excellent. Something I'm missing somewhere. I could have sworn that I had thrown in. Was it here? Here it is. There we go. A tavern. Okay. So I put the tavern in here. I'm actually going to throw a second person in that tavern. So we got a tavern over this portion of town. This can be made into a bed and breakfast. Right on. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we'll stick with building the brewery for right now. We'll get that figured out. We'll let them crack on. We'll continue to make the gold guilders and silver fennigs. We have 101 children and students, and we have 218 adults, so we're in really good balance there. We're going to come in here for decoration, and somewhere in here is, there we go, playground decoration. So we're going to start with the merry-go-round. And we're going to put a slide and a seesaw like right there. Okay. We're going to come in here. We're going to do wood chips like so. Right. Okay, so there's wood chips all around that. Now I want to come back in here, decorations. I'm going to go tables. I would like to go just the plain tables. So we'll go R. So that'll be for the students to have their lunch. And you can even do, wow. We'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll work on that. See what you got. You brought us gold guilders. Okay, you brought us polished gemstones. You brought us silver phoenix, native artifacts, and pearls. Good merchant. Lots of nice stuff. I don't want any of it. Okay, so coming back over here. So we know we need silverware and pewterware. If I were to come into here, this guy only does polished gemstones, right? I think I'm gonna look around and see in Luxuries production. No, refined resources, clothing and fabrics, crafting, glassworks, cooper, statue carver, not in there, not in there. Would it be in forge? Make, so forge. I'm going to put it in to be built. The brewery is done. Let's go to it. Excellent. That looks nice. That looks real nice. Take that. Now the brewery can make ale from berries. Yeah, let's have him do ale from berries. And maybe he'll use up the blackberries to do so. Because I don't think I have any other kind of berries. So I've got blackberries and I've got blueberries as well. Right on. Oh yeah, that's right. I do have gathering. Okay. And 120 families, 102 homes. So we can definitely use more of those. But that's going to do it for this week's episode. So if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family. Tell your friends. If you have any suggestions, tips, tricks, anything like that, put them in the comments below, because I will read them. And with that, I will catch you next Wednesday for another episode of Banished. Colonial Charter 1.76. Discrepancies DS mods. Peace. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, check out the playlist above, or watch what YouTube tells you to on the right. Oh yeah, and subscribe.